City, the Flavor Crystals. Overview. Incredibism City, the Flavor Crystals, is a mesmerizing metropolis where the simple act of seasoning is transformed into an immersive, creative lifestyle. This city elevates the granular, the essential, and the intricate beauty of culinary elements, like salt, sugar, pepper, and flakes, into the very fabric of its architecture, public spaces, and way of life. Much like seasoning enhances a dish, every detail of this city is designed to enhance daily life through an artistic fusion of beauty, purpose, and flavor. Distinguishable characteristics. 1. The Salt Crystals Plaza. At the heart of the city lies the Salt Crystals Plaza, where enormous, translucent crystalline structures mimic the forms of salt, reflecting sunlight in radiant patterns. These sculptures are not just aesthetic but practical, acting as community gathering spaces. Surrounded by gourmet salt shops and savory eateries, the plaza represents purity and simplicity, highlighting the essential role salt plays in both life and cuisine. 2. The Pepper Paths. These energetic streets are lined with angular, pepper-inspired architecture where sharp, spiced notes permeate the air. Sculptures of peppercorns in all varieties dot the pepper paths, each representing boldness and diversity. It's a place where intensity is celebrated. Spice markets and cafes serve hot, spicy fare, and the jagged facades of buildings evoke the punch of black pepper. 3. The Sugar Gardens. Sweetness takes form in the Sugar Gardens, a whimsical area where pastel-hued architecture mimics sugar crystals and rounded forms like cotton candy. Flowering plants bloom among delicate, sugary sculptures, and the air carries hints of confections. Here, joy is the primary flavor, and life feels lighter, as if touched by the playful sweetness of childhood. Number 4. The Baking Soda Towers. Sleek and minimalist, the baking soda towers rise into the sky, symbolizing clarity and the balance between science and art. The towers house research labs and culinary centers, where the chemistry of cooking is explored. The building's bright, reflective surfaces evoke the effervescent quality of baking soda, representing cleanliness, innovation, and the pursuit of culinary mastery. 5. The Vinegar Powder Market. Angular and bold, the Vinegar Powder Market buzzes with sharp energy. This is where tanginess is celebrated. Fermented foods, pickled delights, and vinegar-based condiments line the streets. The jagged, crystalline architecture mirrors the intense punch of vinegar powder, representing sharpness, intensity, and the transformative power of fermentation. 6. The Dried Flake Lanes. Delicate, overlapping patterns decorate the light, airy architecture of the dried flake lanes. These streets pay homage to the subtlety and detail of dried herbs and garnishes. The cafes and tea houses here focus on fine flavors, offering teas, spices, and herbs. This area symbolizes the finishing touch, the details that elevate and complete any creation, whether food or art. 7. The Garnish Boulevard. The most elegant part of the city, Garnish Boulevard, is dedicated to intricate beauty. Buildings and streets are adorned with ornate, decorative elements inspired by garnishes, flower-like flourishes, herb-inspired patterns, and delicate edible forms. This is the city's artistic core, with galleries and boutiques that focus on presentation and aesthetics. The boulevard embodies the philosophy that small details can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. 8. The Horizon of Flavors. On the outskirts, the Horizon of Flavors stretches toward expansive salt flats, spice farms, and herb gardens. This area connects the city's culinary creativity to the natural world, symbolizing sustainability and the importance of sourcing. It's where the raw ingredients that define the flavor crystals are cultivated and celebrated, ensuring the city's link to nature and food production remains strong. Artistic integration. Art in the flavor crystals is a celebration of textures, forms, and the subtle power of culinary elements. Buildings gleam and ripple like grains of salt, peppercorns, and flakes. Sculptures evoke the dynamic nature of seasoning. Abstract, crystalline forms hover over public spaces, while murals reflect the vibrant interplay of colors and textures in food. Every inch of the city is designed with an attention to detail akin to that of a chef seasoning their masterpiece. The color palette dances between the whites of salt, the deep blacks and reds of pepper, and the soft pastels of sugar and dried flakes, creating an atmosphere that is both bold and delicate. Every structure, from tall towers to small cafes, is an extension of the culinary world, turning the city into a living gallery of flavor. Philosophy and way of life. The philosophy of the flavor crystals is simple yet profound. The smallest details, when elevated with care and precision, can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Like seasoning enhances a dish, the inhabitants believe life itself can be enriched through thoughtful design, creativity, and attention to even the smallest aspects of their surroundings. This city fosters a way of life that cherishes craftsmanship, whether in food, art, or daily routines. Its citizens live with mindfulness, finding joy in subtle moments, whether savoring a perfect pinch of salt or marveling at the intricate design of a building inspired by peppercorns. They embrace the balance of simplicity and complexity, believing that harmony comes from knowing how to enhance without overwhelming. The natural world plays a crucial role here, not just as a source of ingredients, but as an inspiration for the city's values of sustainability, connection, and artistry. In the flavor crystals, flavor is a metaphor for life, both requiring care, creativity, and the art of knowing when to add just a little more. Inhabitants of the flavor crystals see their city as a living, breathing masterpiece, where the act of seasoning becomes a metaphor for elevating existence itself.